You guys do not know what I have been through, what you guys put me through that day.
2 IMPD officers plead not guilty to criminal charges in connection to the New Year's Eve shooting of a man who was sitting in a rental car in his grandmother's driveway.
The man's legal team also filed a lawsuit against those officers and IMPD. WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson shows us the message from his family.
Today, Anthony Maclin's attorney filed a civil lawsuit seeking compensation for emotional and physical distress. Anthony says words can't describe how much this shooting has changed his life.
You guys do not know what I have been through, what you guys put me through that day.
That's a message from Anthony Maclin to IMPD officers Carl Chandler and Alexander Gregory. They're accused of putting his life at risk when police say the officers fired around 30 shots into the rental car Maclin was inside of.
Police! 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 Put your hands!
It happened on New Year's Eve 2022. Maclin's grandmother called 911 because she didn't recognize the car. The officers claim they noticed a visible gun.
He's got a gun right on his lap.
IMPD says shortly after, Maclin moved and the 3 officers fired a barrage of bullets.
As of December the 31st, I felt like they smacked me in my face big time. It tears me up every day.
There was many ways to wake someone up, sleeping in their car, and that was not one of them.
Monday, officers Chandler and Gregory pleaded not guilty to aggravated battery and 6 other felony charges. A Marion County grand jury indicted the officers on Friday. The 3rd officer involved was not charged, but records show he bailed out each officer for $3,000 cash.
Who was it that marched in and paid the bond for the bail for those officers today? Who was it? It was the supervisor, Officer Riley, who was on the scene with them when they fired 30 bullets into the car. So what sends a better message that we got your back, what you did is not wrong, than the supervisor who should have prevented that is the one that's paying their bond.
While the criminal process plays out, Maclin's attorney, Steve Wagner, wants the city, Police Chief Randall Taylor, and department to take action now.
The chief has the authority. He has the authority to suspend an officer without pay and recommend termination, and he can do that right away. He could do that today.
Maclin and his grandmother have also sued the city, IMPD, police chief, and the 3 officers involved. Maclin says his faith gets him through the shooting that he says nearly cost him his life, but still struggles financially, mentally, and physically.
Every day, when he puts on his clothes, he's looking at scars. When he moves his hand, he's feeling the pain. When he shifts back and forth, it's a good possibility that the bullets that are still in him can move. All of this could have been prevented.
IMPD says Chief Randall Taylor has placed both officers on administrative leave and will review the internal affairs investigation. This case will also be presented to the Civilian Majority Use of Force Review Board following the criminal process. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Rachel Wilkerson, WRTV.
This case has stretched for more than 9 months.
So we want to give you a quick timeline of how it's all developed. On December 31st, investigators say 3 IMPD officers fired their weapons and shot Anthony Maclin. Again, he had been asleep inside of a parked rental car in his grandmother's driveway. She called police because she didn't recognize the car. Officers shot him after he woke up and moved. Maclin was armed with a gun. Then on February 7th, IMPD released body camera video of the incident. On September 29th, a Marion County grand jury indicted IMPD officers Carl Chandler and Alexander Gregory for aggravated battery and other charges. Today, October 2nd, those officers appeared in court for the first time, and Anthony Maclin filed a lawsuit against IMPD's chief, the officers involved, and the city of Indianapolis.